I'd like to talk to you today about clarity or lack of clarity, as the case may be. Many of my clients come to me wanting to gain clarity about some situation in their life, whether that is a job, career situation, or retirement, like what's next for me, just some bigger life purpose kind of question. Whatever the case may be, they are seeking some clarity. So if you find yourself in that situation now where you're feeling lost, or maybe a little in the fog, aimless, directionless, maybe even a little wandering in the wilderness kind of feeling, and you just don't know even where to start, I'm going to give you a great and very simple way to start gaining some clarity. So one great way to figure out what you want is to start with what you don't want. Because the thing about not being clear about what you want, that being wandering, lost, not sure, I just don't know kind of space, is that it seems endless. There's nothing to grasp or hold on to. It's just kind of boundless. And our brains want specifics and certainties, specific options, preferably binary, like option A, option B. Now that's something our brains can wrap themselves around, right? So when we're faced with these sort of endless and unending options, or we can't even clearly state what the options are, our brains tend to shut down and shift to avoid, deny, distract. By starting with stating what you don't want, it gives you two things. One, it starts to give some boundaries, some edges, some shape to your situation. The second thing is it just doesn't seem quite so endless, so like some big void. So for example, if you're trying to figure out what you want for dinner tonight and you just don't know, you could just start with like things you don't want. So for me, I know I don't want chicken because I cook chicken all the time. I know that I had a hamburger 2 days ago and I just don't want another hamburger. I'm trying to avoid gluten, so let's just cut out pizza and Italian because I just can't be tempted by the pasta. And not really feeling like Indian food tonight. But just by those few simple things, I started to give some boundaries or limits around what I want for dinner tonight. And by naming specifically what you don't want, it naturally leads our brains to start working on why not that, and also if that, then if not those things, then what is there? It just gives our brain something more specific to work on. So for me, if I don't want chicken and hamburger, maybe I want a really great salad or seafood or fish or crab cake. I live in Maryland, so I can always find a good crab cake. That sounds like a great option for today. So try it out. Your assignment, if you so choose to accept, is to look at your situation that you are lacking clarity with and write down 10 things you do not want. There are 10 things you know you do not want, and write them down. Again, get them out of your head, get them out of your brain, let your brain work on something else. Just declutter that brain a little bit and write 10 things down you know you don't want about your situation. And let me know how it goes.